Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. It is Tuesday, June 6th, the year 2018. Let's talk trading. Why you do not get better at trading, part 10. Okay. The reason, or one reason, another reason is you don't focus on one thing. Your attention is split. You maybe get the RSI indicator, and the next thing you know, you're playing with stochastics and MACD and trend lines and PSAR and all the rest of them. And you've got a chart that you can't even see the price bars anymore. So what you need to do is put most of your toys away, pick one, and stick with it for the long haul. I don't mean just, a couple of days or even a couple of weeks. No, I mean the long haul, like a whole month or 3 months. And you practice it till you master it. Because if you don't master your tools, your trading tools, you're not going to get the most out of them. And it's really hard. It's a tough pill to swallow. I mean, the horizontal line, it seems so simple, but, there's many components to it. Trading, yeah, you click a mouse, you're in a trade, but is your position size right? Do you have a stop loss? Do you know where to take profit? Do you have any idea what you're doing? I mean, and there's so every day I get all these indicator offers in the mail. I get all these different ads for these webinars and seminars and books and methods. I mean, there's all these different quote unquote trading gurus out there going to teach me how to be profitable. And from time to time, I see what other people are doing because, hey, never know, I might learn something. But more times than not, in about 5 or 10 minutes, I can see it's just, how did they put it in the Matrix? A bunch of bogus shite. Something like that. So, I mean, really, what I want you to do is you focus on one thing. Every time you trade, you might say, okay, today I'm going to focus on just really nailing the entry. I'm going to get it down to the point. I'm going to nail that entry. I'm not going to delay. I'm not going to hesitate. Like when that trigger comes up, boom, I'm going to be right there. Oh, there I go doing the John Madden thing again. And I'm going to stick with it. I don't care how boring it seems. I'm going to do that over and over until it just becomes muscle memory. It's a habit. It's just what I do. It's how I do it. And I just keep doing it over and over again. And I'm not going to quit till I master it. I mean, if you take that attitude toward trading and you do it one piece at a time, I think you'll see your profit will improve. And you really definitely, if you're not good at money and risk management, well, this is the place to start. I mean, you're just going to have to force yourself to say, I'm only going to risk, a certain amount per trade. And I'm going to make sure my stop loss and position size are adjusted accordingly. And it's just that simple. And you basically say you will not lose more than that dollar amount or that percent amount on any one single trade, period. That's it. Doesn't matter what you think's going to happen next. No, if it hits that line or that amount, bam, you're out. Done. That trade is over. It's in the past. It's history. Now you could review it. Maybe you forgot to look at something and that's why you were in that trade in the first place. Or maybe, hey, your method's fine, just that time it didn't work out. That's just the way trading is. I mean, there's nothing out there in the world that says, hey, you're going to get it every time. There's no game out there that, yeah, you're going to win every time. No, it's just not. Especially now with computers, they can even beat people in chess. So just forget about it. You have to set up your risk so you can stay in the game and come back to fight another day. Okay, let's look here. Let's see. I remember there's the monthly chart, and we were looking at it yesterday, and as you can see right here, the yen has broken above that midline right there. You see it broke above the candle top here, and so we've been going up. Now there was some nice movement yesterday in the yen. In fact, I think I told you about a trade right before signing off. And see, we look at the weekly here. Once again, we popped out of that wick zone. We're back in the wick zone. So we're looking to jump out of that wick zone again. Now, if you look at the daily, you can see here, took a dip to the downside, almost to the middle. And you can see for the day, we're right near the open. Looks like we're going to have an open cross here. So there might be a chance to make a small profit to the upside, or maybe you play it to the downside. Because you can see the wick is very small here. It's only about 4 pips. And on the ranges, we got a couple nice moves here with the on the pound. Interesting, the beast, the pound yen, is lagging behind these other pound pairs. That's very interesting. Don't see that often. Dollar Canadian, one across the 1.30. You can see there's another nice range there. Nice range. And we can take a look at the buy zone. Now, once again, somebody's going to go hindsight, but, these lines don't move. Once this open price puts in there, it was there. So you could have done this trade. There was profit to the upside. Okay, right there. That was either a scratch, or maybe you stopped out if you stop out when it crosses the open. Or maybe you say, you know what? I'll just wait for it to close and see what happens. Maybe this is where you stop out. Here you go. You got a winner. Once again, you see here, price went up above if you stayed in that trade, but when it came back down, that's where you would stop out there. And so you can see here, it went up and didn't make a new high. So you'd stop out as soon as it turned red. To the south side, you see right here, we had a short trigger, came back, touched the open. Maybe you stopped out, maybe not. Here, if you didn't, you got paid off. Otherwise, you had a short. Once again, price went lower, came back, should have banked that profit. And we're in that same situation. It seems like it's just doing a little roller coaster here around the open. You can see it did take out the pivot today. Now right here, there was a trigger. Now you're coming back. Maybe you stopped out here. Maybe you're still in the trade. Rat zone, as you can see, we've only got 40 pip difference. You're just going from zone to zone. No action there. And you see, that's also part of it. One of the things you might practice until you mastered is just waiting. You just wait. So if you're a rat zone trader and that's what you're working on right now, you're in a wait mode. You're just waiting. You just might not even fire off a trade today. It's that simple. Or, you might want to do some rat reversals off these new highs and lows. That's possible too. But especially if you're a newbie, these are really not times to trade the rat, because you're just going from one zone to the other, and you don't want to be a Yale student, so you're either going to be a green rat or a red rat. And as you can see, there really wasn't much to do there. Okay, once again, the pivot. got taken out. And we've got the nice H4 candle doing a reversal there. And one of my favorites, just simple price action, 3-ball right at the line. 2-ball, green at the line. 1-ball, red at the line. I mean, how hard is this? It's not that difficult at all. I mean, all you have to do, once again, one thing, just one thing. But you don't know how many people, how many traders, if I gave them this template and if I took away, most of this stuff, don't even really need most of it. You could just watch. Some of this stuff is just helpful. Like I like timing my entries using, the spread dots, but you can even take that away and just trade right there at the line. You can see it. It's profitable. It's happening right before your eyes. No hindsight. But somebody's going to come along and they're going to put a squiggly on here. Or they're going to put an oscillator down here. You don't need it. Number one, just keep it simple. Use this, master this. I mean, I've taught people this. I said, once you master this, you might not ever do anything else. Once again, at the line, you could master this. See a lot of action there around the high, yesterday's high. The wick zone, I mean, we know price doesn't like staying in the wick zone. 70% chance or higher. Doesn't stay in the daily wick zone. I mean, look at those odds. Vegas would kill for those odds. All you have to do is master it. But somebody's going to be drawing trend lines or add something else to it. Hey, that's all well and good if it works for you. But if your trading isn't working, just leave those toys on the shelf. And here we go right again. We've got a holo. There's the highest open. It came here. Lowest open. Money to be made. Now you can see here price is coming all the way back down. Now, and you can see here on the tick chart, when price, the ask went below the high bid, and the bid crawled above the ask right here, valley of the ask. And the IRB lines, there you go, right there. We'd only flipped this screen earlier. It would have been a possibility to take that trade. Pivot got hit. Yesterday slightly missed, but only slightly by low 0.365, 0.339. So once again, if you faded that pivot, there was money to be made. You can see here price just is bouncing around the daily midpoint. And we already looked at the monthly. And as you can see here, this is one of my favorite trading screens. You see we've got buying going on right here. And I believe yesterday I was saying there was going to cover. Now, one of the things I did, you know me, I like messing with indicators. I'm only showing these bars that haven't been covered. In other words, naked. Price hasn't covered it. And that's what I look to trade. So you see right here, we've got another bar that's naked. I would take a long trade. So, fellow traders, just remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. Let's go drain the banks.